fuck away from me.
To this day! As if 400 years of slavery wasn't enough.
So, as a member of multiple boxing groups, I see hate on a regular basis towards Floyd Mayweather Jr. And that hate doesn't derive from a place of manhood or being an alpha male. It's not because he allegedly beat his wife or that he just has no integrity or that he has no love for the sport of boxing. Floyd Mayweather Jr. has an extensive list of accomplishments that are unbreakable. Most of us only know him to have a record of 50-0, and that's it. That's not all he's done. Within those 50 wins, Floyd Mayweather Jr. did something that cannot be done. Cannot be done again, that is. Within that 50 wins, Floyd Mayweather has 26 consecutive title fights, at which 10 of those are ended by way of knockout in favor of Floyd. 23 wins and lineal championship fights, and 9 of which ended by way of knockout in favor of Floyd. 24 wins against former or current world titleists, and 7 of those fights ended by way of knockout in favor of Floyd. 12 wins against lineal champions, current or former, and 3 of those ended by way of knockout in favor of Floyd. And finally, 4 wins against Hall of Famers, 1 ended by way of knockout in favor of Floyd. The main things I constantly hear people say are things like, oh, Floyd Mayweather waited until they got old, or, he made them wait until they were out of their primes, this, that, and other. Okay, so Floyd Mayweather is 2 years older than Pacquiao, and that's the number one fight I constantly hear people saying, oh, he waited until Pacquiao got old, this, that, and other. First of all, Pacquiao 2 years ago just beat somebody that was a champion at the time, and they were an undefeated fighter, 10 years younger. So why is it that Pacquiao was out of his prime when he fought Floyd, but now we're saying that the likes of Errol Spence can't beat Pacquiao because he beat Keith Thurman? It can't go both ways. It has to be one way or the other. Another thing I constantly hear is, oh, Floyd Mayweather fought Canelo when he was green. He was a young fighter. Floyd took advantage. Yet, when Devin Haney goes in there and gets rocked by a seasoned veteran that is in his late 30s, oh, Devin Haney took advantage of the old man, not the other way around. When it's Floyd, he's taking advantage as the older fighter. And lastly, and the most annoying, is the complaints we get about Floyd not fighting any champions anymore. At the age of 44, he's not facing any big competition. And they want to throw the fact that Manny Pacquiao was going out there to fight Errol Spence in his face. Well, first of all, Floyd is retired. He retired from the sport of boxing. So why is it that his exhibitions piss you guys off so much? Muhammad Ali did a bunch of exhibitions. Mike Tyson did exhibitions. A lot of you that hate Floyd seem to love Tyson Fury. He did an exhibition. But it's only wrong and an embarrassment to the sport when Floyd Mayweather Jr. does it. What you guys are really mad about is the simple fact that he made way more money doing an exhibition than most current fighters, current champions have made in any 3 or 4 fights. At the end of the day, y'all can keep throwing out that, oh, it's about legacy, all you want to, but you guys aren't the ones in the ring. Floyd Mayweather has a family. He's creating generational wealth for that family. He's carrying a household name. Like Floyd Mayweather Jr. said himself, your kids can't eat legacy. But that money could give them a lifestyle where they don't have to want for nothing. How would you respect him as a man if that's not something he wanted for his kids? But you guys don't think about those things when it comes to Floyd because you guys dehumanized him. You hated him so much that you wanted to see him get his brains bashed in because he beat your favorite champion. He beat your GOAT easily. He destroyed Canelo. He destroyed Manny Pacquiao. He destroyed Oscar De La Hoya. And you guys hate him for it. So, where is this really deriving from? Embarrassment? On whom? Floyd? If you don't like Floyd, why would you hate him for embarrassing himself? As you guys say. Nah. You hate him because you guys have no bragging rights. You guys made it about race. A black man that dominated the sport, and you guys hate it. Just like you hate Deontay Wilder. Just like you hate Errol Spence. And the reason you hate Deontay Wilder is because he doesn't fight like Floyd. And the reason you hate Floyd is because he doesn't fight like Deontay Wilder. And you guys still somehow hate Errol Spence, even though he could fight like both of them. So the best suggestion for you guys is get that hate out your heart. And if you're a real boxing fan, give Floyd his roses while he's here. Outfit in, out.